Former teen heartthrob and star of 90210 Luke Perry passed away at 52 after suffering a massive stroke. And dude, I remember watching 90210 when I was young. It was like the first show that I got to watch. It was called Beverly Hills 90210. And it was about rich kids and some poor kids that all went to school together in Beverly Hills. And I remember doing that was like the first show where like there was kind of some, people were having maybe sex or talking about sex. And I would sit there and like, my brothers and sisters, we would all watch it. I think my littlest sister wasn't allowed to watch it, but we'd sit there, dude, and I would be just erect as hell. It was the only TV show I'd sometimes have to face the other way and then turn back and look at it, and watch, because I didn't want people seeing my body getting all hard in the middle. Especially, I had that AP, bro. I had that fucking rock and jock. I had that fucking DeMarcus Cousins, wiener even as a child. I had that big fucking baby whale. I had that Will Sasso, that thick hitchhiker. It was like, you ever seen a mitten, but the thumb is twice as big as the finger part? That's kind of how like my nuts and wiener even as a child. I had that cat daddy. And so it'd make me so nervous because I would just have on little shorts or tight, children's television pants, little, what were those things called? Little, you remember those? It was like a onesie and they had a little trap door in the back in case you had to do a duty real fast or something, or in case there was a fire you had to get out of the whole onesie. They had that little fire escape in the back. In case somebody threw a match on the front of your pajamas and you had to fucking wiggle out of them bitches. They had that, that reverse psychology, just a way you could just say bye-bye right out the back of your own short, that onesie. And you could just, you could save your own life. But yeah, I remember, dude, those things. And suddenly I'd get so erect, the fucking rest of the onesie would get real tight on my body because I didn't have a lot of room in that bitch anyway. I got that body type. I'll fucking fill a onesie. I got that limited neck. Only got about 1.5 inches long neck. But I did see this little neck stretcher thing on Instagram the other day, so I might look at that. And I want to thank everybody that sent me links to that as well. I had about 60 people that sent me different links to that. The show 90210 was the first show that as a kid, I remember just seeing just like adult things that were just ahead of my things that were happening in my world. Like I remember like the kids on the screen, they were teenagers. They were in high school, even though they were in their 30s, as in real life. But we didn't know that as children. And so 90210s, man, it would be on and we would, Brenda was about to kiss Ryan or whatever, or Ronald. And damn, bro, I would just fucking be like this. And my sister would just start, like her neck would start shaking for no reason. And my brother I don't even know what he would do, bro. He would pass out. I didn't even know what was going on. Dude, I'd have a little thing of Shasta and I'd drink the whole fucking can right then. Like there was too many, it's that young time in your life when your chromosomes and your fucking, and your nuts aren't even, your nuts aren't even doing nothing at that point. Your nuts are just something you fucking kind of, twist around each other like those little, those magic little time balls or whatever to relax at night before you go to bed. Your nuts are nothing. Your nuts are just a place you think your body's just storing, extra fucking molars or whatever. You don't even know what your nut sack is at that age. And then you're watching this TV show and you see a couple kiss for the first time and you just fucking don't know what to do. I fucking drink 9 cans of watermelon Shasta and just get ready to piss in the bed, dude. It was just that, it was what is it called when your body gets so fired up about something that it starts to metastasize a little bit into something else. Hormones, and they put them in milk too. And sometimes I'll fucking have a little milk before I jerk off. just to get back to that old school feeling. But hormones, man, that was the thing. You know, I'd be sitting there and, you know, Steven and, you know, what was the other girl's name in the show? 90210. Steven and, oh, fuck, I don't know. Dylan McKay was the one guy. He was the fancy guy. He was like the Fonz. He came in with the jacket and he never kind of said anything. And he was always too, he kind of squinted his eyes and he was always kind of, he came up to the door and the parents didn't really like him. And then he rode off on his motorbike. I think he might have had fucking autism, bruh. And I don't think he probably registered that bike because he was kind of always in and out of this, of shit. You never knew anything about him. Luke Perry, his character, Dylan McKay. And he was in love with fucking Sandra or whatever, Jennifer Doherty. And they would, and they were always talking about doing sex. And when that shit would happen, bro, because you got to picture it, man. We're sitting there, me and my two siblings, and you got Dylan McKay, you got Janet Doherty. They fucking, you know, they're 30 in real life, but we don't know it as kids. We think, you know, because I was probably 11, my brother's, you know, 13, my sister's 9. We're all sitting there, and this is the program that mom lets us watch that she maybe shouldn't let us watch, but, you know, she wants to put a little bit of lotion on her legs in the other room and floss her teeth, and that's her time to be by herself. So this is what we get. So we're sitting there ready to watch Beverly Hills 90210's, boy. And then they start talking about sexual or, you know, somebody fucking, you see a little bit of a bra strap. And next thing you know, I got to fucking lay down on my back, dude, because I don't know what's going on. Because my hormones are starting to just mingle around my body and get to know each other. You know, and suddenly my brain is starting to say hello to my dick, but on the inside of my body. And this is like an internal Tinder, and everybody's fucking swiping right. And it's just crazy, and your neck starts fucking tightening up, and dude, I remember sometimes my arms would go straight out to both sides of my body for no reason. I wouldn't even know what was happening. Because on the screen, they had these young people, and you were feeling just sexual. You were feeling keyed up and jacked up on your own, these little crystals, man, because God puts these little fuck crystals in your body when you're born, I guess. And they don't really kind of sprout until you start to get sexual. And that's hormones. And when those bitches start popping off, it's like, man, it's like those flavor crystals in gum. It's like you think it's just gum, and then bam, you hit that bitch, and suddenly, you know? Suddenly your dick's got fresh breath. And it's that kind of thing. That's them libido poppers, dude. Them internal hitters. And that's kind of what happened when I would see these shows. We'd sit there and I didn't even know really what was going on. I couldn't close my eyes or blink. And I would just fucking drink 2 cans of Shasta, you know? Man, I feel exhausted even thinking about it now.